Dude, it's so funny because we recorded them so long ago now, or like so in sequence, day after day. I forget what happened.
I definitely forget like that we recorded so many.
Like this is coming out after the LA shows. So.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So they either rocked or they sucked ass. Or I think this.
Oh.
Yep.
Hold up.
Mm.
I just checked my Google Calendar. We got an important day. Today's May 1st, right?
No. It's May 8th.
May 8th. Today is not May 8th.
Today's not May 8th. This comes out on May 8th.
Oh, I'm talking about what the actual day.
Oh, today's April 17th.
Really? Popping up on here. Well, good. We have time to prepare then. May 1st is the first day of Asian Pacific American Heritage Month.
Hell yeah, dude.
So shout out to all my Asian friends, Will Yip, and he's my only Asian friend.
His parents and his extended family. No, we have more Asian friends than that. You gotta include.
He's the only one. He's the one exception.
Oh fuck! May 1st is that. I wanted to do a Cinco de Mayo episode, but that happened on when Bob was on.
Oh, true.
That was like the week.
We should have painted. We should have told him like, "Yo, we're all painting our faces like sugar skulls. You should just make sure you show up with your sugar skull face paint on."
Dude, that'd be so sick.
And we were just like, "Dude, we insist upon it." And
yeah,
like, dude, we were obviously kidding.
Just like get him. We're already sitting down and have him just like walk in. That would be great.
I think Bob smokes weed and doesn't tell anybody.
He definitely does. We forgot to ask him on pod if we broke edge or not.
That wasn't on pod. I definitely asked him.
I don't remember it. I was trying to write down little funny moments to clip. But yeah, I
So will the Bob episode be out before this one?
Yeah, that comes out May 1st. So that will go. If you like this one, go check Bob's episode.
May 1st.
Or if you're here from Bob's episode, welcome.
Yeah, if Bob brought you here.
Damn.
Yeah.
He might be. He's a great guest though.
He's a good guest. He's down to play ball. He's not.
He's not scared, dude.
The thing is, that's what's fucked up. Motherfuckers the thing is, everybody wants to be on a podcast, but they're too afraid of getting in trouble for something they said or misspeaking and sounding dumb. Guess what, motherfucker? Everybody already knows you're dumb.
Yeah. No one's
just
thinking,
like everybody already knows that we're dumb, and that's why we do this twice a week without any sort of holdback. I mean, we don't say like the N-word or nothing, but
no.
There's certain words that I feel like they're naughty words, and naughty words are fun to say. The N-word is one that, for the sake of memes, I wish I could say it, sure.
Yeah.
But other than that, like, it doesn't really need to... I feel like I'm being defensive for no reason.
Yeah,
but I'm just saying, like, if you don't subscribe to the Patreon, subscribe to the Patreon. Not because we say the N-word on the Patreon, because we don't. But it's lit over there.
The Patreon's great.
Even though this month it's not as lit.
It's a little holy this month. I am a married man. I am currently landing in Los Angeles. Or no, the 8th. I'm landing in Los Angeles, California. Or this would have been the 8th? Or no,
it's too bad you didn't land in there for the Asian Heritage Month.
This is the 15th. That's how far out we are. I'm currently chilling, residing in.
Well, we got Super Heaven
home.
shows in a couple days.
Jesus Christ. We just got done the LA shows. They were great. Speaking of which, I brought this record down. We got a few of these.
You look like Conan.
I know, right? And live from the garage, we have Super Heaven. Just Zach and Joe are just behind the curtain.
They would never.
Yeah, I know. I was thinking about getting them on a Patreon episode. They might do that. Behind a paywall. We can make it a little more less goofy.
I don't know. Maybe they would. I feel like they should.
Yeah, I mean, we don't have to like make it the normal show, but just just chat. I mean, we're funny guys.
It's the normal. I don't know. It's not like I don't know. Like we
just come out guns a-blazing.
Yeah. I mean, we've recorded this podcast in front of them. And it's also not like their sensibilities are as sensitive as we're making them out to
be. No, I guess it's more of they just don't want to be on the internet. I feel like
I think they both have different apprehensions for not wanting to do it.
Yeah. We could just lie and just fit it to whatever they need. Like, oh, are we really going to be on a serious pod? Okay, this is serious. Turn the lights down. Get the lights real moody or something, you know? Like,
They don't want to be serious. Like, who wants to be serious?
Welcome to the serious pod.
Like, I like listening to a serious podcast when they're getting deep on something, but like, who wants to record one?
I don't want to record one. Also, I'm not that serious of a guy. I don't do enough homework that it would be worth listening to. People would be like, they would troll that. Maybe that's what we need. Like, you know what do you know what I'm trying to say? Is I'm not. Yeah, I mean, who's a great interviewer? You know, I'm not that.
Occasionally I'll have an existential crisis and we'll have a semi-serious episode. But even those ones are like, we're busting guts.
Yeah.
We're slapping knees.
See, I do think you're. Let me walk this back for a second. I do think you're a better interviewer than me. But yeah, you know, I'm not trying to be that. That's not what. I'm just trying to be me. Everybody, it's me being me. Today is
like
May.
that. What's that fucking Gavin DeGraw?
Gavin DeGraw, me being me. Does he have a song like that? That's a fire
I'm trying
title.
to think of how the song
It's just
is.
me being
It's
me.
no, it's a hit. You've known it. It's a good song.
Gavin DeGraw.
Here, I'm gonna hit you with it, dude.
Yeah. Don't throw it in the.
I'm gonna put it on the mic. Don't worry.
No, don't put it in the mic.
Oh, I don't want to be.
Oh, I don't want to be
anything
other than trying to be lately.
Dude, we're fucking a couple front porch steps, just singing earnestly on the podcast. Dude, the part where he goes, "My peace of mind."
I feel like a teenager again watching VH1, just early morning tunes. Matchbox 20 is coming up.
You know
Top
what?
40 countdown.
Back in my day, though, when this song came out, what year did this song come out?
It's got to be early 2000s. I'm gonna say 2005.
It's got to be later than that. Damn, this motherfucker's got over 3 million monthly listeners. Good for him.
Bazinga.
Good for you, Gavin.
Shout out.
Oh, dude, Chariot. That's the record. That's a good track too. Came out in 2003.
2003. Yeah.
2003.
Yeah, you catch me Saturday morning just chilling at VH1 Top 40 countdown after I watch all the Sports Center highlights.
Damn.
Down.
Back in 2003, dude, you couldn't be just telling your homies that you fucked with new Gavin DeGraw.
Oh no, I didn't. I didn't.
Dude, they'd be putting cigarettes out of my fucking forehead if I told them I was liking that.
I wasn't going down to the skate park being like, "Did you guys check it out?" We were all listening to like face down or something. By like
lending your Walkman headphones to your homie and be like, "Yo, check this out." Yo, by the way, I shaved yesterday and I briefly was like, I'm gonna have a mustache for the wedding.
And a top hat.
Cowboy hat. I don't know if I'm wearing a top hat.
No, top hat.
I roll up looking like Abe Lincoln. I have the Abe Lincoln facial hair with beard and no mustache. What would you do if I rocked that to your wedding? Do you think you'd be like, dude, please make it normal?
No, it would be cool. I'd be down with it. I'd be down with anyone.
That would feel.
Anything.
I think if someone did that to my wedding, I'd be like, you're trolling and I don't appreciate it.
Oh, I just want it to be a fun night. Like if people are goofy, whatever, that's cool. I'm wearing a bow tie, you know. I've never worn a bow tie before, though it's not a goofy thing, but it's I just want to.
You rented the Pee Wee Herman suit, right?
Yes, I did. I bought it. I actually bought it.
Oh
yeah,
shit!
It was very expensive. I'm in a lot of debt. So
honestly,
please subscribe to the Patreon.
That silver suit.
Yeah.
Yo, I'm wearing the Pee Wee Herman like high heel white shoes that he dances on the bar with. I'm wearing those at the wedding.
Those are fire.
They just came in yesterday, and they also cost me a pretty penny. So I'm also massively in debt.
Dude, that would be so great to just go in debt over funny stuff. I just had to have it. Credit cards, $20,000 in debt, but I just had to have it.
You know what? I don't think that's too far off from my actual logic with spending. I'm just like, I'll figure it out.
Guitars are necessary.
Necessary.
Shout out Sweetwater guy.
Oh, shout out to my man Matt from Sweetwater who hit me up and thanked me for the shout out on the podcast that he heard on the podcast.
He's not my man yet, but my window's wide open. My doors are wide open.
I'll give him your number.
You just want to chat and hook me up. I always looking for camera gear too. So
just hit me up. Let me know. I ordered after I ordered the guitar, I was like, oh dude, I need a strap.
Oh yeah, I saw that strap.
I was strap searching.
I did see that one you sent in the group chat.
Oh yeah, the
That was good.
Rosie
Yeah.
Rosie the Riveter strap. The We Can Do It. That's how motherfuckers know I'm a feminist.
It's a little Ed Hardy, but I like it.
Oh yeah,
Dude.
yeah. It's weird that there's not like a picture of her on it. It's just like flesh colored, like the color of an arm, with "We Can Do It" on it in like tattoo font.
Do you think you get some looks from that? You get some fans from that? You know, people like that. People respect it.
Chicks that just found out about feminism, basically like girls who are like 16. I don't know. At this point, when did kids learn about feminism? I don't know. I didn't know feminism was a thing.
You have to learn.
I was like 29.
I'm just hearing about it now.
Well, I'm a lifelong gentleman, so I didn't even know there was like a name for it. I was like, oh shit, this is just like normal guy shit to me.
Yeah, it's below you. That's
Chris
just your
Rock,
day to day.
What, you want a cookie? You're doing something you're supposed to do.
When did people learn of it? I wonder if they teach it in school now. Did they get away?
For sure. They definitely teach some sort of like women's yeah.
Did they get rid of the white Egyptian guy yet in the textbooks? Do they still have textbooks anymore?
Dude, I don't think they do.
They don't have textbooks anymore?
They better not.
I feel like everyone just pops it up on their laptop.
Yeah, that's a waste of money if they got textbooks.
They're expensive. Cheaper to buy a laptop at that point.
They're expensive, and also check it out. All these years, I remember thinking about this in high school, just thinking like, why haven't they just always done this?
Yeah.
There's a projector in every room.
Yes.
Granted, up until like the past couple decades, I guess, they were like straight up just a giant light bulb under a piece of glass that literally just shot up to a mirror that shot it up
and
under
then
the
they
thing.
wrote on it,
And that's like, that was the technology. But now they have like actual projectors. Just fucking project what's on the book on the screen. We're all looking at the same thing. You spent fucking $10,000 on books so that each person could look at the same thing. Like,
I'm sleeping anyway, so it doesn't really matter. Head down, snoozing.
You know my history, dude. I wasn't even cracking that book open.
You weren't even there half the time.
Yeah, it's like a book. You know what? I'm just going to leave this here to teach because I'm not going to crack it open once at home.
Speaking of books, I on the 6th movie of Harry Potter.
You guys have been watching them.
Tom Riddle. It's the Half-Blood Prince. I'm on the Half-Blood Prince where Harry gets the book. He gets the ragtag book. So, and he learns all the spells. I don't even know what that is. It's good. That one's good. I'm fucking with it.
I gotta say, I think I'm still a Goblet of Fire or Prisoner of Azkaban type of cat.
Is that 3? Prisoner of Azkaban might be my favorite.
That's the one with Sirius Black.
Yes, that one's dope. 3 is the best. IMO. 5 might be the worst so far.
Prisoner of Azkaban, also the one with the werewolves.
Yes.
Yeah, that one may be the same.
It's really, and the Dementors.
The Dementors.
Yeah, dude.
The worst part about prison.
They suck Harry dry.
Dude, when the Dementors, when you nut, but then Dementors keep sucking.
Straight up sucks the life out of you.
I think I like Goblet of Fire because there's a lot of
I've seen it a lot.
There's a lot of creatures in that one. I'm a creature guy.
I like it. I've seen it a lot, so I know exactly what's going on.
I love the part where they're in the lake with the mermaid things. I think
those things are terrifying.
Awesome. Yep.
Yeah, that's
like that one's a little scary.
Yeah, I mean, even the third one gets a little scary.
And as everybody knows, that's the one that freaking
Batman's in.
Yeah. Okay, Robert Pattinson, and I'm a Pat man.
Yeah, he crushes in that role. I've seen that one a lot. That's the one I've seen the most. Still forgot like this first and second trial of the competition. They got to get the egg. Forgot about
that's where Harry curses out Ron.
Oh yeah,
because he doesn't tell him about the dragon, but he knew. He finds out he knew, and he didn't tell him.
Yeah, that's fucked up.
You know what, Harry? It's against the rules for him to tell you. So why don't you pipe down, motherfucker?
Oh, it's got the guy with the eye. That Goblet of Fire's got the guy with the eye.
Love him. They find him like in the box at the end.
Just out there like, oh. Not enough Dobby though. Dobby.
No.
He comes and then you don't hear about him for a few seasons or
they needed to bring him back because the last like 3 movies are like, let's just kill them off one by one.
Dude, they do be killing. They be just taking them out.
That's what I'm saying. Game of Thrones they aped Harry Potter.
Yeah.
They're like, all right, we got to kill the main character at the end of the first thing.
But now it's all the HBO is putting Harry Potter on. Now they're redoing Harry Potter on HBO. I'm really curious about that.
Redoing?
Yes. You know who's playing Professor Snape?
Like they're they're starting from the beginning?
I believe so. I don't know exactly, but there's going to be Harry and Hermione and the other one and Ron and the whole cast.
Snape. Pete Davidson?
No, that would be good though. It's someone we've talked about before, and I kind of think it's a good one.
Bill Cosby.
Bill Cosby is Snape.
Louis C.K.
Louis C.K. is Dumbledore.
Bobby Lee.
And Bobby is Harry.
That'd be awesome. Bobby Lee is Hagrid. They just like computer generate. They just make him big. I would watch the shit out of that.
Adam Driver as Snape.
Oh, you know what? Wait a second. He's not playing someone else. I saw that he was playing something in it.
I'm pretty sure it's Snape. I could be wrong.
You know what? He's a good Snape.
I think he's a great Snape. I think it's really cool that he's playing Snape. And then Malfoy's playing his father. Actual Malfoy.
What
was his name? I forget his name.
So the actor that played Malfoy
Correct.
is now playing
his father.
The character of his character's father.
Thank you. Yes.
Okay.
Pretty good.
Yeah, I like that. I mean, he's
20 years older now, so
that poor guy's. They got to give him some work.
Is he working?
Yeah, he's like pops up and stuff,
Yeah.
but like he must have needed it to come back to
Come on, JK.
reprise the role of his character's father.
And I think it's a black Dumbledore. I do believe.
You know what? I'm down to hear him out on that.
Yeah. Well, they wanted
a black dude named Dumbledore seems a little far-fetched to me.
They wanted to do a trans person, and then JK's like, no.
Absolutely
How about we
not.
compromise? And I said, fine, I guess so. I forget who the actor is though, but
If it's not Morgan Freeman, the movie's gonna suck.
he narrates the whole thing.
Oh, that'd be dope. He does all the voices and shit.
Yeah.
It's just one voiceover from Morgan Freeman acting out all the parts.
New Dumbledore.
It'll be like Drunk History,
Oh,
where
yes,
the drunk
yes,
person
yes.
is just like talking, but everyone acts it out.
I have no idea who plays the new Dumbledore. It's hard to search because they did the Fantastic Beasts.
It's
shit.
probably going to be fucking Chiwetel Ejiofor. Do you know who that is?
I have no idea who that is.
I think that's how you say his name.
I thought you were trying to say Timothée Chalamet, and I was like, okay,
I think it's going to be
it could
Timothée. Timothée will probably be fucking Harry.
Yeah, they got kid. Dude, it's that.
Who's going to be freaking...
McGonagall?
Who's going to be Professor McGonagall?
Hopefully something sexy. Hopefully
Probably...
like, Katy Perry or something.
Fuck, why can't I
Anne
think of her
Hathaway's
name?
going to be her.
It's probably Anne Hathaway with
Yeah.
wearing a bustier.
Yeah, what's it? I'm trying to think. I just don't know how to search for it. That's the issue. New Harry Potter cast?
Yo, Harry Potter reboot.
Okay, here we go. I kind of got some stuff here.
And are these confirmed? Or these like...
It's LA Times.
Is LA Times legitimate? That's like
Variety.
when I see
magazine?
people... Oh, Variety is legit.
You
When I see
sure?
people posting, they like quote tweet
Yeah.
the New York Post, which I'm like, bro, that's a fucking tabloid, bro. Like 30 years ago, the New York Post was posting like, the Bat Boy cover from Men in Black. Like that's the New York Post.
Okay, so I think this is all kind of...
Michael Jackson is a vampire. That's the type of shit New York Post. And then people post this, repost their shit, and they're like, this is the problem with America today. It's like, yo, this isn't real, you fucking stooge.
So I may have spoke too soon. It might be more rumored stuff. But they
Okay.
are doing the reboot. That is confirmed. HBO confirmed that. So...
All right, well, you know what we got to do? We got to do a fan casting of the new Harry Potter.
But I'll hit you with what's going on right now. They got Blair Underwood as Albus Dumbledore. Who he is?
That's a black guy? There's no way.
Blair?
Blair, if there's a black dude in the world named Blair Underwood, he
He changed.
changed. Yeah, he used to be white.
Do you remember we used to talk? We talked a little bit about Trisha Petois or whatever. I didn't realize she sang too. She has like a Spotify channel.
Well, that's crazy.
Dude,
did you listen to her music?
No, fuck no. That's Blair Underwood.
He honestly looks like, you know who Terry Crews is?
Yeah.
He looks like Terry Crews, like they tried to like computer generate a younger version of him with hair.
Ah, yeah, a little skinnier.
Yeah, they're like, let's de-age him.
Yeah, no relation to Carrie Underwood. I don't think so. But
Blair Underwood. He's got to be like a theater guy or some shit.
British. He might be a British bloke.
I guess they kind of all got to be.
Oh, yeah. I guess Adam Driver's not. He talks weird, though. He talks like he has marbles in his mouth. So he could be British.
I feel like he's done accents in movies. But, yo, going the other way is pretty rare. That they hire, well, it's more rare now, I think. It didn't, in the 90s, everybody was British. They're
doing
like,
an American
yeah,
accent.
they're like they're like Brad Pitt, you're British in this one.
He's like, blah, blah, blah.
Yo, I
don't know.
So
I don't remember him
movies.
doing a British accent, but I like I like when he trolls how bad he is at accents, though.
He's not great at accents.
He's pretty bad, but he's handsome as fuck.
He's handsome and he's goated actor.
Dude, this guy, they say he's an American actor.
Blair Underwood. It'd be so funny if this is good. Come on, that's bullshit. And you know what? He's not even old. I'm sick of them making younger versions of like, yo, I don't want young Obi-Wan Kenobi, bro.
He's 58.
Dumbledore's like 300 years old.
I bet you when they casted Dumbledore, though, he was probably early 60s.
They're probably the first one died.
70. Yeah, he died. He was probably 70s.
So they're probably like,
lesson.
He might have been older than 70. He looked old as fuck.
He did. He had that like,
and
you
he
know
died.
when they have those like glassy eyes, old people, when you can just see the wrinkles, you're like,
yeah,
you're
but
not.
That's what you want in like a wizard. I don't.
Maybe,
listen,
they might just cast him at 58, thinking, you know, by the time we film this, he'll be 60. We go 10 years of this, he'll be 70. We want to keep him healthy.
I mean, listen, everybody, don't fucking crucify me for this. I know that representation matters. I know it's important for young black kids to see a black wizard.
Yes.
I know that's important, but that guy's being forced into the role of a wizard. The other guys that play Dumbledore, you look at him like, damn, those guys are wizards. This guy just looks like a handsome black guy.
Well, he's doing whiteface.
That would be cool.
Yes.
That would be cool. I would love that. But yo, also
white chick
like
style.
that's like a handsome.
Yeah, you want someone.
Also, I don't believe that guy's 58 for 1 second.
He might not. Also, he might not be.
That picture might be from 20 years ago if he's currently.
Yeah, it
58.
might be 2009.
Blair Underwood.
2019. Yeah, what's up with this? No one knows this guy.
Also, I don't like it. The backdrop is yellow, like it's confusing.
Yeah.
Why isn't it just a picture of him like at home?
Who would you cast as
Dumbledore?
Dumbledore. It's tough off the cuff. I know you kind of want to think about it, but
do we know where in the timeline this is taking place?
I'm thinking early, just because they casted kids. It's rumored to cast kids as Harry Potter. So like,
but it can't be too early because the motherfucker. It's not like he knew about. Hogwarts before the first book. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I don't know if they're following the trilogy or if it's a whole new storyline or whatnot. It's probably
they just cut J.K. Rowling out.
That'd be sweet.
This trans-hating bitch. You've had enough. We're cutting you off. We took your IP.
I kind of don't like that they're remaking it, to be honest.
It's kind of stupid, but
they could do other stuff with that world, and it would be cool.
They tried.
Yeah, they fucked up. It wasn't good.
See, as a creature guy, those movies should be for me.
They're not good.
They suck.
They could have been good.
They made the character like an unlikable pussy. Like the whole movie, he's like, oh. I don't like that. Well, yeah. Speak up, motherfucker. You're the lead.
Who casted him?
I don't know. I hate him. I don't hate him. I just think he's really ugly, and I'm always like, why is this guy in so much stuff? He's the lead guy, and he's the ugliest man I've seen.
Just the way he looks, like, I'm judging him on how he looks, so I'm sorry for that. But it is what it is. It's Hollywood. You're a face. You're a face.
It's Hollywood, babe.
Yeah. If he was music, I could say, yeah, he's an ugly guy with a beautiful voice, or bad voice, whatever. But I agree.
You can't have the guy that played Stephen Hawking in the Stephen Hawking biopic. You can't be casting him as the leading man. Nobody computes those. Nobody is like going to be like, that makes sense.
Yeah,
You're not casting fucking Brad Pitt.
you could just cast a
As Stephen
likable
Hawking.
face. Also, you don't really need to get a big name to tie Harry Potter
See,
world
dude,
to it.
Fantastic Beasts could have been. You know what they did wrong?
Kick Johnny out.
Yes.
Yeah, he was the driving force behind it. I know
He wasn't in the first one, but he looked cool in the second one.
He was still the driving. I've seen a little bit of one maybe, and I think I watched maybe the beginning of the first one, and I was like, this isn't good.
I watched
don't
all
like
of the
this.
first one and some of the second one. And once Johnny Depp appeared on screen and I found out they didn't retroactively CGI him out of the movie and replace him with Tig Notaro, I was like,
It's Tig Notaro?
I'm out. No, you remember they did that? They did that with that zombie movie with Crystalia.
No.
They-
And they put Tig in?
Dude, there's so many scenes where she is like, it just cuts to her.
Yeah.
And you can totally tell they're like after like post-production shots. It's just like a bunch of people, like
That's
it's like
awful.
10
Yeah.
people having a conversation, and then it like cuts to her and she's like standing like, she's like, oh yeah, well, it's like they were just like, all right, yo, we're gonna shoot all your shit in a week, and here's your lines. You
Yeah.
have like 30 things to say.
You could pay me enough to do that, but I would just be like, this is going to be the most embarrassing thing in the world and stupidest thing. But hey, as long as the check clears,
It's just-
whatever. They had to get her or them.
See, that's I
Like-
think her. But yo, either way, it's like replace the canceled white guy with the famous like progressive lesbian actor. Like,
yeah.
come on, man.
Hey.
Or I'm sorry, progressive lesbian comedian.
Tig Notaro.
But that'd be so funny if they just replaced Johnny Depp with Tig Notaro and Fantastic Beasts 2. Yeah, so I only made it about like 10 minutes in, and once I realized Johnny Depp hadn't been CGI'd over with Tig Notaro, I was like,
you can't bother.
I got to turn this off.
It's not. They're not with the times. Yeah, I don't think I need to. I'll give it a shot. Maybe I'll try to really watch it. But yeah, the unlikable casting. Who fucked up casting?
You know, there's like a couple. Yo, there's just like too much going on in those movies, and you're just sort of like,
It's a prequel, right?
yeah. So I guess like the appealing part, or well, I think they think the selling part is the thing that kind of like crosses over is that Dumbledore's in it, but he's like a young man.
Yeah. So it's his kind of. They should have made like a Snape movie or something. That would have been cool.
Don't let Disney hear you say that. They'll have a whole fucking Snape series. Snape, the Bad Batch.
Yeah. I mean, they could have made something, or like a Hagrid, or
Yo, you know what?
Dumbledore.
Here's how I
He's
feel.
not the most likable one.
Make something new. Make something else.
I'm sure there's many books out there.
See, I'm not like a remake hater or a reboot hater. There's just so much stuff where I'm like, you cut corners, man. Did you watch the Witches with Anne Hathaway?
The Witches.
It was on HBO. Came out like last year.
Yeah, and
The mice?
Yeah, and they didn't like her hands.
Well, everything about it, they looked stupid.
I didn't see. I've only seen the original.
Same. And
The
it's
original's
awesome.
really. It's scary.
So I wanted to beloved movie from my childhood is the original. Wanted to I was kind of psyched about the new one. I was like, oh, it's been a long ass time. They
could, with the technology, it could be really cool.
It could have been so sick.
Yeah.
And it was just like neutered. I hate to put it that way, but
Neutered. Wow, that's a good word for that.
But having said that, there was like an Evil Dead reboot that came out like probably 5 years ago. And there's another one coming out. I think it's a sequel to that one, it seems like. If there's a straight up just another reboot, that's funny. But
Yeah, a reboot of a reboot.
either way, the trailer looks kind of sick. So I'm trying to see it.
I like Resident Evil.
I like Resident Evil too.
Resident Evil's good, but I never seen Evil Dead.
Evil Dead.
Evil Dead. Great name though.
It's a classic.
Evil Dead, Resident Evil, The Witches. That's all right. But the movie's scary as fuck. OG version.
It's awesome. The book is awesome.
It does watch like a book.
Yeah.
Like the
I
first.
think that's a Roald Dahl.
Oh, is that a roll? Not.
I think that's a Roald Dahl.
That's not
Imagine if your
Anne
fucking
Line.
mom named you Roald Dahl.
Yeah. What's your trajectory in life?
You're gonna write weird books and have weird little drawings.
Yeah, you got to just start writing at a young age. And
The Witches.
yeah, I guess if I had a child, what will I name it? I guess I'll have to name it something really weird to give it a good life.
Yep. Roald Dahl.
Roald Dahl.
Dude, this motherfucker.
Roald
That is
Dahl.
not what I expected him to look like.
Oh, it's a guy? I thought it was a chick.
Oh, dude, maybe you're thinking of Ayn Rand.
Well, yeah, I'm thinking of her. 1984 or something.
Dude, you're really close.
1989. 19.
You're pretty close. What they made it. What you probably read from her was Anthem.
Yeah, I read Anthem. Yeah, it's not 1989 or 84, but
1984. But
that's a different book. That is a book, though.
That is a book. It's not an book.
Yeah, equality and stuff. We were talking about it. That's one of the few books I have read as a dumb kid.
Well, they probably made you read it in school. They made me read it in school.
They definitely made me read it in school. It was a Penridge curriculum. There was other books they made me read. I still didn't read them.
Did you read Where the Red Fern Grows?
No, I did not.
Dude, I've been bringing this up, and it must have
stopped your ear and.
Yo, it must have stopped shortly after me
It
because
had to.
anybody younger than me, I've asked about it. They're like, I don't know what that is.
Where the Red Fern Grows. Very poetic word.
Yo, it's a good book. There's a movie, but it sucks.
Yeah. Dude.
What about To Kill a Mockingbird? You had to read that, right?
Of course.
See,
Atticus.
I guess that one never goes out of style.
Yeah, I mean, there's good morals there. There's a.
I think Where the Red Fern Grows was just too sad, and they're like, we can't.
We read Bridge to Terabithia. Holy shit, that book was sad.
Which one's that?
Where they die, where they go over the log to Terabithia, and then it's like raining one day, and then the chick like slips and cracks her head, I think, and dies.
Are you thinking of Chronicles of Narnia?
No, it's very similar though.
Is it similar?
Yeah, in that regard.
When you say Bridge to Terabithia, I'm like, that's Chronicles of Narnia, like sequel, I think.
No. Bridge to Terabithia is a book, and I read it.
All right, let me look.
But definitely the main character or the co-character definitely dies. Sorry, spoiler alert, but I'm doing you all a favor. You don't want to read it.
Bridge to Terabithia.
Dude, we're taking everyone to English class today.
There's a movie.
Yeah. That was always the worst when you finish the book and then they're like, all right, we'll watch the movie now. And this movie sucks ass.
Dude, the book is always better.
In most cases. I never read
unless I haven't read the books, in which case I will insist the movie is much better.
I never read the Harry Potter books, but I like the movies, so I think the movies are better in that case.
The children create an imaginary world called Terabithia, which is inhabited by all manner of magical creatures.
You reading Bridge to Terabithia?
I'm reading the Wikipedia. Yeah.
Yeah, it's very similar to Chronicles of Narnia. Chronicles.
Dude, they rule as king and queen?
Yeah, and the bitch dies. The bitch came back the very next day.
Damn, dude, this shit looks pretty ass.
Why was Where the Red Fern Grows sad? First thing, one big theme is death. That's
dude, they really had us reading all kinds of shit where motherfuckers were like, I feel like every book that they made us read in school was painfully sad.
Great Expectations. Didn't read it, but I failed the test. But Pip, I remember Pip was in it.
I don't know what they're trying to do with all this. Like,
I like The Great Gatsby though.
See, I don't. Did you like the book?
Yeah, I read the book. Actually,
dude, I remember being like, what are we reading this for?
And the eyes or something. I don't know.
But Great Expectations is something that they have made movies and shows about multiple times, and they keep doing it, and it's the most boring thing.
Yo, I think it's bad literature. I think it's bad.
I think people would argue with you. I find it very uninteresting.
But no one likes it. I never met someone
people must like it because they are currently about to come out with a brand new show, Great Expectations.
Maybe I'll eat my words, but no one I know ever is like, oh, I loved reading that. That was great.
Yeah, that's because
who likes it?
100-year-olds.
Exactly. They're about to die. So, new era. We're coming in.
Listen,
Great
if you're going to take
Expectations
away
sucks.
my fucking Where the Red Fern Grows, Great Expectations is also off the table. Statutes up on Great Expectations. Enough is enough. Whoever greenlit it at FX has they're on my list.
Dante's Inferno. Never read it. I think it was too high for my reading level.
Dante's Inferno is just like hard to read and confusing, and also just like
it's about hell, right? HE double hockey sticks.
Yeah, basically.
Never read it. I don't.
Dante's Inferno. This is the literature episode.
Yeah.
This is the book club episode.
As someone who hasn't read a book in many years,
dude, you know what's speaking of which,
you're in a book?
No, absolutely not. But last night I had the first like urge in a really long time to be like, I wouldn't mind reading a book right now.
It's been nice. The weather's been nice. It would be kind of nice to take a little book, set up the little hammock, sit there with a lemonade, or sit out in the sun and just read a book. Sit out in the sun and read a little book. Read a chapter.
I can't even enjoy the fucking weather when it's like this.
Allergies?
Allergies are...
I think allergies are getting to me a little, but not too crazy.
The thing that's like the worst part about it, well, the worst part about it is when I have like, it affects my breathing.
Yeah.
But like, that's kind of just like few and far between. But every day, my eyes just itch all day long.
That sucks.
It sucks.
Do you itch them?
Oh, yeah. I can't not.
Do you ever just itch them for like a straight minute and it just feels so good?
I itch them for maybe 6 or 7 minutes straight upstairs right before we did this.
Sometimes I'll
That's part of why I'm wearing these glasses.
Sometimes I sit there and I just itch my eyes. I'm like, oh, this feels so good. Like when you're in the shower, you got the shower on. Looks through the shower for you, just itching your eyes.
Yeah, I took one last night, so I'm done.
But it's such a good feeling, man. I'm trying to think if you pair it with another good feeling, it's euphoric.
You know what's a good feeling, but like always has me like a little on edge?
Huh?
Q-tip in my ears.
Me too, because all the things I read that you shouldn't do it.
No, because that's for dummies.
That's people that just like slam them in, right?
That's the thing. There's like, you're just pushing it back in. I'm like, what do you think? I just press it down the center? Like, I am wiping the walls of my inner ear. And it's sparkling in there, first of all.
Yeah.
But cleaning my ears, I just feel like it's like, feels so good.
Oh, it does feel good.
But then I'm always nervous, like, something's going to bump my arm. Or I know someone, we both actually know them, but that at one point like punctured their eardrum with a Q-tip.
It's terrifying.
And I'm just like,
no, thank you.
It just makes me nervous.
It's more
but it feels orgasmic to Q-tip your ears.
It's a naughty feeling.
I want to get one of those, like, because I always get ads for ear cleaning shit, and I'm like, it might feel
one of the guns.
Might feel one of the, but
that seems worse, man.
Shooting water in your ear. I feel like it's so hard to get water out of your ear.
It is, and also that's why I Q-tip my ears after the shower to dry my ear.
Exactly.
Because then it gets like smelly if you don't do that. Here's a little life lesson for you.
There's a life lesson for you.
You don't have smelly.
We are supposed to have wax in our ears so the bugs don't get in there, but it's like,
I'm not.
If you got bugs crawling in your ears, bro, move. Move from where you currently are. Get away from them bugs.
See, if you don't have bugs in your ears, you wash your hair daily, you can get lice. So if you have clean ears and clean hair, you could just have bugs in the ear and bugs in hair.
See? That's why you don't take a shower, you dum-dums. I got it all figured out.
I did. Having lice as a child is probably devastating. I would just want to go to school I would take my kid out of school for weeks until it's cleared. You don't want that stank on you.
Lice?
Yeah.
You want to hear something sad?
Okay.
I just read an entire chapter of where the red fern grows. There was this girl that like she was my neighbor. We lived in the same neighborhood. She wasn't like my immediate neighbor. But I guess there's no reason for me to drop her actual name.
Make up a name.
Her name was Larissa.
Larissa. Yeah, explains it all.
Vice.
Larissa Vice.
And her whole family was pretty notoriously like they were dirtballs. And she definitely got roasted for being like a dirtball. And I remember at the time being like, damn, why don't she just like be less of a dirtball? Meanwhile, I was probably a bigger dirtball than her. Thinking back, I'm like, dude, I wasn't clean. I think I was like maybe worried about my physical appearance, which is so crazy.
Yeah.
Because I feel like when I was younger, I just was just like constantly panicking about what I looked like. But at the same time, I don't think I was doing a ton about it.
Yeah.
I think I was trying to like just make sure my hair wasn't messy.
That's half the battle.
That's half the battle.
Looking good.
Dude, I think that's how swag is made. If you got to do your damnedest to swag on your school, when your parents won't buy you swaggy clothes,
you make something out of nothing.
I think that's where the swag is, where your metal is tested.
I think there's some way.
I think that's where swag comes from.
Because you could have all the money in the world and buy Gucky and Louis Vuitton and stuff, and still don't look swaggy,
dude.
You just look trash.
You look like a loser. I'm sorry to all my friends that like nice shit, but when I see a friend that has like a Gucci scarf or like a Fendi like sunglasses, I'm like, yo. You probably waited outside of the store in line to go in, and then spent a dumb amount. Like, yo, none of that stuff is embarrassing.
It is. None of the stuff excites me
unless it's cool. If you have like it's cool. PS5.
PS5 is cool.
I see my friend got a PS5. I'm like, PS5, huh? That's pretty cool. You playing Spider-Man?
Playing Last of Us. Nice.
Well, if I have a friend that has a nice car, I'm like, cool car, man.
Yeah.
Nice, like actually nice clothes. That's dark vibes. Like fashion is embarrassing.
I agree. Nice clothes are different because I do like spending money on clothes, but I also like having clothes that people don't know is expensive. They just look nice.
See, that's the thing. Having nice clothes is
Yeah.
different than having expensive clothes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like you can spend money on nice clothes. I just feel like basically all of the stores that are in like the center of KOP.
Yep.
That's loser shit, man.
It's
How are you as a man gonna wait in line and spend fucking $5,000 on a purse?
Not me.
Dude, and they got you tricked thinking it's a duffel.
And then you
You just bought a purse, my friend. And you got ripped off. Everybody's going to assume it's fake anyway. So you just dunked on yourself, idiot.
yeah, if you don't have the big house to follow and all the lifestyle to follow, it's just like, oh, so you bought that off in the streets of New York? You're like,
Yo, even if you
no.
do though,
It
looks lame.
I know. The coolest like person in my head as growing up was the person that was super rich that wore just regular clothes. I was like
Wranglers and a fucking
Dude, I always-
Dickies pocket tee.
I always fucked with those people. I was like, yo, that guy's cool. Like, oh yeah, he's like really wealthy. I'm like, he is?
Yeah, like the
That's
people that
cool.
are homeless that you found out they're like, oh yeah, he lives in like an apartment in Manhattan.
That's just because beggars be making money,
Yeah.
dude. They make more than me. Jesus Christ.
Do you know what I noticed? There's a certain time of day. There's actually a couple times a day when like it is hard to find a person posted up asking for money in the city.
When it's hot?
No, I think it's when they all go to get drugs at the same time.
Oh, they got a line outside the drug.
Because there are times where you're just like, there's usually someone there, and they're nowhere to be found for like an hour.
They probably also know that like how busy the busy times. So if it's not a busy time, I'm out.
Listen, man, they got to turn on that grind set because
Dude, they grind harder than anyone I know. I mean, as hard as people I know that grind.
dude, if there's any homeless people out there listening,
Yeah. You might
first
have
of
a
all,
phone.
I'm sorry, unhoused, or without homes. That one still baffles me. Of all the
Without
like
homes?
the weird woke pandering, I guess. What the fuck was going on with the not being able to say homeless? Like, what's the issue with that?
It's been around forever. They are homeless.
Also, like, what? I don't know. One could also say
Houseless. Houseless is just as bad.
I don't understand that. Like, that's
There's
such a
no
weird.
yeah.
There's no distinction. I don't know, but
Educate me.
yeah,
Drop,
somebody.
drop us some comments.
Yeah,
and
educate me in the comments. We got to have Gel back on, by the way.
yeah, let's do it.
Yeah.
I think they're like always on tour, but I know they're playing the fest, the Ed Jason's Fest, so we'll have to get them on.
Oh yeah. What is this? T-Mobile.
No, thank you.
Just T-Mobile.
You gotta get T-Mobile. Yeah, I'm down to get Gel back on.
Yeah, that'd be cool. We got so many negative comments on the last one that I feel like we got to have them back on.
Okay, we'll hit them up. It'll be good. Be good, happy. We'll just ask them questions the whole time. Well, they can just ask us questions, actually.
Yo, I'm gonna make it the most stock interview ever. So one is for the stupid Gel fans, and one is for the smart ones.
Which whenever you like better.
You can just listen. Yeah, you can just listen to
that's
it.
on you.
We'll put it. I'll change the thumbnail so it says for Gel fans that want to hear Gel talk about Gel. The other one for Gel fans that want to hear Gel talk about other stuff. If you want to hear for Gel fans that want to hear the two hosts talk about themselves, because that's what everyone's gripe was.
We should just turn off their mics.
Yeah, bro, it's our fucking podcast. the fuck am I going to talk about them for? We gave them mics; they can talk about themselves.
Yeah, they did. That was a good app.
I don't know. I'm not.
Get 'em back
I
on.
can't. What am I supposed to do?
We'll ask them
Pretend I'm in jail?
I want to. Oh, we could.
What are we gonna ask them?
I don't even know. I feel like we asked them everything that should have been asked.
There's no question I want to ask a person in the band that they haven't already been asked, and you can just Google.
So where did you come up with the name, man?
Dude, I got hit with my what are my influences the other day.
Oh. Huh.
And I just dodged it.
In an interview or just,
interview.
Okay, not okay. IRL interview? Yeah, that one. Yeah, that's a pretty low level.
I want to do.
You should be like, yo, you're better than that. Come on, bring some heat.
So, listen. In the event that the person that interviewed me is listening, you got to understand something. This is at LTC. I was happy to give my time.
Yeah.
I had a lot of it.
Yeah.
And it ended up taking up way more time than I thought. And I wasn't really clued into. This was kind of like somebody came in the merch table and was talking to Joey and was like, "Hey, is Taylor around? Would you want to do an interview?" Blah blah blah. I didn't even talk to them until it was time for the interview. And I was just like, "Yeah, sure. I'm not doing anything else." And I wasn't really given any information on what this was or what it was for. I had to ask, and it turns out it was for a zine that doesn't even currently exist. So the thing is, it was a young kid, so I was just like, whatever.
Yeah.
But it was, for lack of a more polite term, it was a waste of my time. It was a nice conversation.
Yeah. It's tough, man.
The kid was nice. You
gotta start somewhere.
I don't want to hurt anyone's feelings.
Yeah.
But if the person was older and like there were any more stakes to it, I definitely would have been like, yo, don't ask people this shit. Nobody cares. Nobody wants to answer it, and nobody wants to hear the answer.
Yeah.
If you're the kind of person that's reading an interview with a musician or listening to one, and you're looking for the answers to to questions like, how did the band members meet? What does their band name mean? What are their musical influences? How long have they been playing their instrument? Then you're an NPC.
You're not interviewing. Like, it's not. You're not journal. There's no journalism.
I'm saying if you're the person listening to an interview or reading it, and you're looking for answers to those specific questions. Yeah. You're not a real person.
You're not.
Like, your hobbies are probably
like
coin collecting and like, oh yeah, actually, I really like what I do at my job. I work at a call center, and we sell. We basically like set up meetings for like cell phone services with businesses.
I get 3 weeks vacation. It's great.
Yeah, that's the kind of person you are if you actually want to know what a band's influences are, or I don't know, like, yo, there's context in which I guess I would be interested to hear other musicians talk about the music that influences them. But I don't ever want to hear them just be like, let's see, I really like Lynyrd Skynyrd, I like Green Day, I like Tupac.
There's
like,
a different...
What does that have to do with anything?
There's a different way to get to that question without asking that question.
Yeah.
If you can bring it out in someone, that's a good interview.
If you just ask somebody shit like, yo, who do you think has the most like swaggy guitar style?
Right.
I bet they're going to hit you with an influence.
Yeah. I agree.
And I bet you they're going to say Taylor Madison. Yeah, so the interview was definitely a little like, I got hit with the third question was just like, so what are your influences? I'm like, well, in my head I was like, I really want to just be like, dude, I'm not answering that question.
Yeah. Next.
But
they're learning.
I was just like,
hopefully,
hey, I'm influenced by everything, man. When the wind blows,
Beatles,
man. Yeah, dude, do you ever check out the Beatles, man?
Good, man?
They know so many chords, bro.
Nirvana, the Beatles, Prince.
Yeah,
there you go.
Even just like thinking about what I would say for my influences feels like embarrassing. It feels embarrassing to answer the fucking question.
Yeah. I like. You should have been like my influence. You should start naming shows and books.
Let's see. I'd probably say my biggest influence is probably intellectually speaking, probably Jack Kerouac. I have a first edition of his first two books.
That would have been.
Yeah.
As
far as films go, I'd probably say, let's see, Paris, Texas is definitely up there. I love Raising Arizona. Let's see, Fargo. Have you ever seen them? Not the show. I like the show Fargo.
That's got Lord of the Rings guy.
Which one? Every season has different people.
Oh, true. Bilbo. Bilbo's in that show.
Yes.
I think in the first season. Yeah, I think so.
Damn.
I never seen that show, but
It's pretty good.
I didn't realize he's kind of a big name besides
yeah.
Lord of the Rings. Like, even before Lord of the LG, come on.
Martin Freeman.
Yes.
Dude.
Martin Freeman.
He played Ali G's best friend in Ali G in the House.
That was his breakout role, his iconic role, his biggest role to date.
Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy was.
Oh, that was his.
And The Office.
That's actually his. Oh, was he Jim?
Yeah. He's Yimmy.
He was getting freaking Pam all hot and bothered.
Yep. Pam.
Yeah. They casted the American version right. Was he did people find him hot? Is he a hot bloke?
I think they kind of
He's
restructured
cute.
the cast a little bit to sort of push. I feel like everyone.
Yeah.
I have not watched all of the UK Office, and I'm not a British man, so
Yeah.
I can't really speak on this thing with any authority. But I kind of got the vibe that they're all supposed to be a little like pretty regular.
They are very regular.
But I think NBC was like, we got to have some people that like we got to at least try to put on airs that they're hot.
Yeah. Jim, attractive guy. Pam, everyone wanted to be her. Everyone wanted to date her.
Which is so crazy.
I'm not saying she's hot or not hot. I'm saying the facts. I feel like there was a huge, her stock surged.
Her stock surged.
Yeah. Same with Zoe Deschanel. Same vibe. They kind of
Yeah, dude.
pushed them up.
After Elf, she took off like a rocket.
She was cute enough. I just don't. She just annoys me. But I've watched all New Girl, so
I didn't. I couldn't watch it. Women aren't funny. Just kidding.
She
See my Rosie the Riveter guitar strap.
Wait, she used to date Ben Gibbard, or
They
used
were
to be
married. They were married.
Has he started that tour with himself yet?
Oh, the one that instead of she and him, it's just him. I'm just kidding. That's not him. That's Sufjan Stevens. I think.
I think you're right. I have no idea what the name
tour?
is. But
What's tour this?
it's
Just him?
Postal Service and Death Cab.
That's Postal Service. When I remember seeing people get hyped about that, I'm like, first of all, they have one song and it's terrible.
Such Great Heights.
It's so bad. I remember when it came out, dude.
I'd rather listen to Firefly.
That's a better song.
Yeah, I think so.
It's a better song, straight up. They were like, I want to make a Postal Service kind of song,
Yeah.
but it's like insanely better.
1 million.
Yeah, that guy was like, I'm going to make people think for like a week that I am Death Cab for Cutie. Because I remember hearing that song on the radio, I was like, this is the gayest Death Cab song, and that's saying a lot.
Oh, Laurie's calling me.
Oh, well, we're almost done if you want to wrap her.
I'll give a call back. We can wrap her up. Put a little bow on it. We'll probably be back after this more sketched.
Should we do after once we get back to once we're back?
Back.
Should we do one Patreon episode every single day
Like 5 minutes.
to really make it up for them?
We'll make it up for them somehow.
Yeah,
Get an
we'll actually
exclusive
just
interview.
record one and then we'll chop it up into five parts.
We'll just have different outfits. Like, oh hey,
Yeah,
different day.
and we'll interview different people.
Yes.
It'll actually just be us wearing like
That'd be
Groucho
great.
Matt,
Yeah, that'd be
Groucho
great.
Marx glasses.
Yeah, let's do that.
Yeah, well, I have to say that my biggest influences are. I feel like once you put those glasses on with the nose and the eyebrows and the mustache, that's what your voice sounds like.
Yeah. Your voice definitely gets more nasally.
I've been watching. Speaking of, I've been watching, rewatching for like the 4th time Boardwalk Empire.
I've never seen it.
That show's good, dude.
I kind of want to watch it.
The only thing that I criticism that I'll give it is almost a like. There are so many parallels between that and The Sopranos
Really?
that it's like, well, there was a lot of the same team worked on it, but there's so many like 1-for-1 random things. Like there's like
There's a guy named Pussy.
there's a lot of the same people are in it too.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh. Meadow?
Meadow, I don't believe is in it.
That'd be sick if Meadow was there.
That'd be sick if Medi.
Oh, I forgot I have the phone call with the DJs.
There's more than one.
I think it's they're like a team.
A team? What does it want? Amp people up? And
I think
the
it's
other one's the hype man.
Yeah.
The
It's
DJ's
like
hype
a
man.
wife and husband. But I just gotta tell them only Black Eyed Peas. Just the diss out. We're good to go.
Yo,
That's all you
honestly,
need.
Yo,
a lot.
If they can get the unwiped version of Let's Get It Started.
Yeah.
Yo, I don't know how they got that off the internet.
They're smart. What? Big tech.
It's bullshit.
I know.
Bring it. Yo, they're going to bring it back. Just like
one hit. It'd be a top hit.
Dude, society got a little lax after Biden was president, and instantly Paramore was like, "Oh, that song that we like said we weren't playing anymore because it says the word whore in it. We're putting it back in the set list."
Their
and people
biggest song.
fucking lost it.
Yeah, it's
people
their
were like,
biggest-
"Yes."
You can't say whore.
I think it's just sort of like the.
I mean, you don't want
sort
to
of
come
the
at
essence of the song.
But they're teen. They were like she was a teenager when she wrote it, for God's sakes, or early
Dude,
20s.
if I was her, I'd be like, "Yo, check it out. I hear you.
Yeah.
I was a teen when I wrote it. The song made me millions of dollars. So I'm gonna go ahead and wipe my tears away with $100 bills, and just play the fucking song. And everybody that doesn't have a problem with it, which is millions of people, they're gonna love it.
She probably doesn't even like playing the song, to be honest.
I mean, how could you?
I would hate playing it, so it's probably a quick way out. But
And there's a lot of words in that song. I'd be like, dude, that one's exhausting.
yeah, no, thank you.
Just like I don't want to play I've Been Bored.
Yeah, played enough.
But you know what?
There's not that many.
People
words
aren't
in it.
really begging for I've Been Bored. Like they're begging for Misery Business.
We should play Misery Business.
That's kind of what I'm getting at.
We're closing with Misery Business in the Philly show. Good
Yeah,
night.
we should do it. We should
I'm down.
open with it
It's
and
not a
close.
hard song to play. I'm not singing it.
There's no way it's hard to play. You think it's hard to play? It's probably annoying as fuck to sing, but I don't think
The
it's hard
drums
to
probably. Zach's got it.
play. That's not our problem. That's not a thing that we have to worry about.
Nothing more, just a word.
Yeah. It's okay. We should, me, you, and Zach should all trade off on like singing.
That'd be cool.
parts.
That'd be cool. I'm down. Or just Joe and I play bass and just sing the whole thing.
Well, I'll learn it tonight. And then we'll go from
Show
there.
up at practice. Cool. Well, thank you to no one. Thank you to no one. Thank
We
you.
have all the corporate
No.
the corporate sponsors were like we can't cuck these guys out like everybody else.
Thank you to the Sweetwater guy.
Dude, thank you. Shout out Matt from Sweetwater. Honestly, hooked me up. I got my SG.
And thank you to everyone who sends us free stuff. I like that too.
Oh man, yo! By the way, shout out to Mike, the guy that sent us the Clarks.
Yes, thank you so
I
much.
met him at a show.
Did you?
Yeah, and I was like, dude, yeah, I gave him merch.
Oh, fuck yeah, dude, that hooked me up. I
I was
love
like,
those.
yo, I can't tell you. I was like, we were not. That's not really an offer that seemed very real.
Yeah,
So we were definitely sort of like, we'll see about those.
it's
But I was like, when they came in the mail, I was like, that was exciting.
that's my vacation shoe. So thank you. It's my nice shoe for
I'd
vacation.
be wearing the shit out of my
I know they're
my
great.
wallabies.
They're comfy as fuck.
Yeah.
So if you want to be thanked, send us free stuff.
Yeah. Listen, we have no reason to interview on the podcast. You want to be on the podcast? Well, send us something free and we'll talk to you. We'll talk. If it's that crazy, if you send us something crazy, we'll have an entire Zoom conversation with you. Then we'll
There
post
you go.
it. All right, everybody.